Hello and welcome to a very special Farmer's Kitchen. I'm Helen Farmer and I have a co-host for the afternoon. We've got the fantastic Chef Zahra Abdalla joining us as we cook live from Spinneys Meydan HQ. We are going to be cooking up an absolute storm with some incredible cookies, telling you more on those in just a few minutes. And also during the course of the afternoon, we are going to be talking food, glorious food. We've got Courtney Brandt joining us with the latest food news, including fine dining in space. We're also talking about where to go this weekend ahead of the Easter celebrations. Plus, we're meeting the chefs Heda from Cassettes with us and Chef Marwan from Fatafeet, giving us all of the latest. So we're really excited to have you with us. We've also got some brilliant prizes all the way through the afternoon, from food to fitness. We're going to be finding out more about what we're cooking in just a few minutes. But I urge you, if you're not watching already, hop on over to our YouTube channel. It's Dubai Eye 1038. And we will be telling you how you can score everything you need to cook along a beautiful, beautiful Eid dessert. First, though, catching up with the latest headlines. Chef, it's so lovely to have you with us. I'm so grateful for your time today. Now, we are live on YouTube, so shall we tell our viewers what we're cooking today?
Oh, I'm so excited about today's recipe. It's very special. It's about Eid. It's about celebrating local and regional flavors. So there's tahini, there's dates, and some really special chocolates.
Well, it would be a bit mean to be talking about what we're cooking without showing you what you could be winning today. So if you are watching on YouTube, which you are, I just need you to drop me a really quick comment and tell me your favorite cookie, your favorite combination. You can't steal Zahra's tahini, chocolate and date, because if you comment, we're going to be picking one of those comments to win
some yummy ingredients.
Everything that you need to make this incredible dish. So you've got your basics. You've also got some... we're going to be talking about this chocolate in more detail, but you're impressed already.
I love this. The smell, the aroma of the chocolate when you open the pack. Wow.
So we've got dates, we've got chocolate, we've got tahini. So what I want you to do is just hop into the comments and tell me your favorite cookie flavor, combination, topping. Make us hungry on the YouTube comments, and you'll automatically be in the draw to win a hamper full of goodies from Spinneys. So apart from what we're cooking today, what's your favorite cookie combo?
Honestly, anything with chocolate chips. So when I was 15, I used to work for a cookie shop, and I'd get up early in the morning, start up the ovens, and just make all these chocolate cookies. And my favorite was the chocolate chunk, like a nice knob of chocolate on the top melting.
Okay, so that's your... I have to say, I'm partial. We haven't got any today, although I know they have it in the range at Spinneys Food. I love a white chocolate chip.
Ooh, white chocolate macadamia.
That's probably my number one. So let me know yours in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to treat you. We've got a hamper full of gorgeous, gorgeous goodies. So how long is it going to take this afternoon?
Oh, this is a fast
Oh,
recipe.
Even better.
So the preparation takes about 10 minutes.
Okay.
But I would recommend letting the dough rest, because you want it to firm up after you've softened up the butter, and then the baking is another 10 minutes.
In true television style, we have got some in the fridge that you prepared earlier, so we are going to make it even easier for you. So this is a quick, fast, delicious Eid dessert. Helen Farmer with you with Zahra Abdalla. We're coming back on Dubai Eye Radio in just a few minutes, and we are going to be having a quick recap on some of the ingredients and why they work so well together. Great to have you with us here on the YouTube. As I said, don't forget, hop on over to the comments to win a hamper full of goodies. So good. Don't forget, hop on over to the YouTube channel. We'd love to see you there. We'd love to see your comments, guys, because if you're just listening on the radio now, we have just been revealing what is up for grabs. We've teamed up with Spinneys to give away an incredible hamper full of goodies, all of the ingredients that you need to cook along with us today. You can go back to the YouTube and watch the step-by-step recipe. We've got Zahra Abdalla with us as we talk tahini, dates, chocolate and more. So all I need you to do is go to our YouTube channel, and to make it even easier, it's over on our Instagram stories. You can just click the link, and in the comments, tell us your favorite cookie flavor, combination, topping. What makes your mouth water to win a hamper full of gorgeous Spinneys ingredients. Okay, Chef, I'm so excited to get stuck in. So let's just recap. Tell us the name of this dish and where the idea came from.
So I love chocolate chip cookies, and I love any variation of it. And sometimes I'll use dark milk or, as your favorite, white chocolate.
Yummy.
Today is about celebrating Eid. It's about celebrating regional flavors. So what better than using tahini and dates?
Can we talk about tahini a little bit?
Yes.
Because I think of it as being a very savoury flavour.
Yes.
What is in the tahini? We've got the beautiful Waitrose jar today. What exactly is it, and why do you think it does work well in sweets as well?
So tahini is basically sesame paste. You just get a lot of sesame and finely grind it, and then it will naturally evolve into a nut butter. It's a great, super versatile ingredient. I mean, I was in Kuwait a couple of days ago, and they break their fast with date dipped in tahini paste. We grew up eating it as a side dish with date molasses or honey. So you just mix it together and you dip in your bread, and this is like a nice sweet note. And it's also great when you're feeling a bit sore in your throat and you want to feel better.
I feel like half of Dubai has a cough right now, so we're talking food and medicine today. Let's have a smell.
And of course, in all the savory
your falafels and your beautiful. So tahini is a bit of a star in today's dish.
Yes.
We've also got some chocolate.
Yes.
Our favourite.
Yes.
Now, this is a collaboration between Spinneys and UAE chocolate producer Mirzam. So it is, private label, locally produced. I have to say, absolute dream team when it comes to chocolate. We've got dark chocolate, milk, and we've got a white as well. What are we going to be using today,
I'm going to be using dark chocolate because I want that rich flavor. And have you opened one of these?
Shall we do it now?
Just do the honors and just
like a Charlie Bucket
the
moment
whiff of that rich decadence.
Now, I was just saying earlier today, I got told off not so long ago
What?
for eating chocolate out of the fridge.
Oh, I always eat the chocolate out of the fridge.
Apparently it's... Okay. Oh my goodness. Apparently it is not the way to do it. Okay, I'm just going to show it to our YouTube viewers. So don't forget, hop on over to our YouTube. You can see what's happening here in the kitchen at Spinneys HQ. Helen Farmer here with Zahra Abdalla. This looks and smells incredible.
So good.
And you can be winning all of the ingredients today just by popping over to the comments and telling us your favorite cookie. This is amazing. So are we chopping?
Yep. So
Am I chopping?
I'm going to let you do the honors of roughly chopping this, and I'll start preparing the ingredients. And it's a really super simple recipe. The base is butter, eggs, sugar. I use a combination of white and brown sugar.
Why does that make a difference, Chef?
There's the caramelization element, and the chewiness comes from the light brown chocolate because there's that glucose element that's added to the sugar.
Before I start chopping, sorry, I quite like a chunky chunk, so I don't want to get too small. So we've got. Well, how small should we be going on chopping this?
You know
Just
what?
a rough chop?
I'm a believer that you cook the way you want it.
Okay,
so
let's
you
do
chop
it.
However way you want.
Okay.
My sister always laughs at me because I'm a typical cups and teaspoons kind of gal.
Okay.
And she's a gram and mLs kind of gal.
Well, it's interesting because you do a lot of savoury cooking and as well as sweet. And when I think about pastry, it's more precise.
Which is why I don't do much pastry.
Yeah, if you're like, let's just see how it tastes and go with the flow. So that's interesting. So we're cooking with a bit of instinct today.
So look, I am all about making the kitchen easy. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have the patience, the love, and you are very a precise person, then definitely go in. With the grammage and the weights. And we do have a scale here. Thank you for supplying it.
You're very welcome. Put it aside. Now, I don't know if I speak for other people, and let me know in the comments on 4001 and, of course, on our YouTube as well. But I get a bit of anxiety in the kitchen sometimes. And I know I'm speaking to an award-winning chef and author and someone who, his food is life. But if someone said to me, we're going to have 8 people over for dinner, I would get anxiety on a grand scale. So I'm kind of more with your sister when it comes to the precision. I find that a bit more reassuring to follow something step by step. If people do feel a bit nervous about getting into the kitchen, about trying a new recipe, about entertaining, what do you tend to advise?
My advice is, okay, you're going to laugh at me.
Go on.
But I'm all about energy.
Okay.
And look, I cook every day, and I cook for many people, but I still have my off days. Mm-hmm. And so what I realize is when I have that nice energy feeling towards who I'm going to cook for, the food always turns amazing.
I love that.
So it's all about the energy. So don't go in with that fear of it not turning out good. Focus on the fear of just nourishing your loved ones, however way.
And I think we often forget that people come together to be together. It's not always about, critiquing what's on the plate.
Yeah.
It's enjoyment in its many forms.
We have busy lives.
We do.
We have hectic schedules. And I think having someone to prepare a meal for you is a gift. And so you should appreciate it.
I'm Helen Farmer. We have got the fantastic Cooking with Zahra today. I've chopped chocolate.
Yes.
How much butter has gone into the mixer there?
So we've got about 1/2 cup of butter.
So it's unsalted butter.
Yeah.
And then how much chocolate?
We're going to put the whole thing.
Wow. Okay. I'm here for it.
I would put a little bit more.
We can do a little bit more.
If you want to be.
Okay. So if you've just tuned in, we are cooking tahini chocolate chunk cookies with dates as well. With this beautiful locally produced chocolate. It's a collaboration between Spinneys and Mirzam. I have to say Mirzam does incredible combinations and kind of really fun experimental. So do check them out if you get the chance. What we're cooking with today is the dark chocolate, which I think we could quite easily have a little square of on its own, but it's going to be going into our dish. So about 2 cups of chocolate altogether?
Usually these I just, like I said, I'm an eyeballer. You can do more, you can do less. Okay. I just take 1 bar and just use that.
Okay. I feel like I haven't. There's been no accidents. She said, jinxing her chopping skills live on YouTube. We are live, of course, on Dubai Eye 103.8, but live on YouTube as well. So hop on over. You can see what's happening in our kitchen. We're actually in the test kitchen here at Spinneys HQ at Meydan. This is where a lot of the recipe development is done, whether that's for the cafe, also for some other things you find on the shelves and downstairs in the superstore as well. So if you hop on over to our YouTube, and we've even made it super easy. If you go to our Dubai Eye Instagram stories, there's a link, and you can tell me in the comments your favorite cookie flavor, favorite cookie combination. This is for your chance to win a hamper full of goodies. Yes, the chocolate that we're cooking with today, you've just heard there, some vanilla essence being opened, tahini, butter, the sugar we're talking about as well, and some incredible medjool dates, which I need to know a little bit more about because I still find the different varieties of dates quite confusing. So,
it's a big deal.
So I've just put in the pot.
So I put sugar. I've got my white sugar, my brown sugar, my butter, tahini paste, and the vanilla essence. And so this is going to be the base of the cookie dough. We'll prepare the dry ingredients separately. So after I mix this, I'll add in my eggs, then the dry ingredients, and then the toppings. So you've got your chocolate chopped.
I think so. Is it to your specifications?
I mean, it's to yours, and that's all that matters.
Very diplomatic answer.
Here, we've got another task.
More chopping?
More chopping.
Okay, I'm here for it. So these, I think, are medjool dates.
Yeah.
So these are quite caramelly. They're quite chewy.
They're great for baking.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. And they're much more juicier, plumper. And I actually quite like cooking with them. So, when I make rice dishes, I like to do like a nice nuts and dry fruit topping. So I'll add this in. For granolas, they're nice to add into them. I just recently posted a video. I don't know if you saw it, ranginak, which is a traditional Persian recipe. But actually, what's interesting is that it's a very popular recipe in the Gulf. So I've got messages from people in Oman, from Kuwait, from UAE, all saying, they do
like
similar.
A variation.
Yeah.
So where did you grow up? Sorry.
So I'm half Iranian. So I'm half Iranian. Is this too loud?
Nah, it's okay.
Okay.
We're cooking in a real kitchen. It's fine.
We need this to work. So I'm half Iranian, half Sudanese. I was born in London, but I've lived all over the world. Dubai has been home for the past 20 years, which is shocking.
Wow. 20 years.
Yeah.
I always feel like when you get to like the 10-year mark or the 20-year mark, there should be, I don't know, should be given like a white patrol. Something should be there outside your house to be like, it's 10 years.
I just laugh when I drive down some streets because I think, oh my God, it's been, I was here when I was 24.
Say, I moved here when I was 24. How funny.
Yeah.
And it will always be Diapa Street to me, but 2nd of December Street. Mm-hmm. I was driving down it recently with my daughters. We were going to get some things. And I we drove past Al Malaa, which is where I used to go to at 3 o'clock in the morning after a night out.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yeah, the 5
The one
dirham
on
shawarma.
Satwa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that place.
And then I was like, how time has changed. It is afternoons with me, Helen Farmer, for Farmer's Kitchen. We are live on YouTube. Hop on over to our YouTube channel, Dubai Eye 103.8. And it is a competition only on that platform today. A hamper full of beautiful, beautiful ingredients. Everything you need to cook Chef's Tahini cookies with chocolate chips and dates. Speaking of dates, how am I chopping these? With a rough chop?
You want to make them a bit small because this is going to add that caramelization. Okay. Have you ever had halawa tahina?
No.
So halawa tahina is basically this super indulgent sweet made with tahini, and it's very sweet, and sometimes it's stuffed with pistachios, and it's very common like in the Middle East. So
is it a special occasion dish? Would you only have it?
No, it's a breakfast dish.
It's a breakfast dish.
It's
wow.
I mean, you can have it for breakfast, you can have it for lunch, and for me, what happens is when I add the caramel, the caramelization or the caramel flavor of the majdoul dates with the tahini has this beautiful fusion of flavors that reminds me a lot of the halawat tahina. But this is obviously healthier because you're using natural sugars. Yeah.
It is Farmer's Kitchen with me, Helen Farmer. The mixer is on. We're going to let that do its thing. When we come back on the radio, we're going to be talking chocolate. We've got Joe from Spinneys on hand talking about some of the Easter products. We're also going to be getting our final bits of prep done, chilling this cookie dough and getting them in the oven. Don't forget, head over to our YouTube channel. You can be winning everything that you need to cook along with us today. So I'm chopping the dates.
Yep.
How much flour is going into our bowl there?
2 cups. I promise I will share the grammage with Spinneys because I know Spinneys loves grams.
Well, it helps with the shopping, I find.
That is true, actually.
So I get it, and we will make sure that goes into the YouTube comments so everyone can buy exactly what they need.
I will learn to evolve my recipe style.
No judgment.
Purely a combination. I grew up in Canada, and it is a very much of a teaspoons and cups. It's a North American culture thing, versus I think the British or the European culture is very much about grams.
I think it depends on who taught you how to cook.
When did you learn how to cook?
Having behind the scenes here on YouTube. A little bit higher?
No, I'm just going to make sure that it doesn't move and you won't be popping. Nice.
Thank you. While you're doing that, I'm going to have a little look at our comments and see what people are saying about cookies. So, super gooey oatmeal and raisin, macadamia nuts, chocolate and peanut butter, double chocolate. Lots of love for chocolate over on the YouTube. Guys, pop it in the comments. Just a quick reminder of what you're winning today. I can barely lift it onto the camera. Full of ingredients. Yes, the flour, the eggs, the sugar, but also incredible tahini. I'm just hearing about how versatile that ingredient is. The collaboration between Spinneys and Mirzam Chocolate, some dates and some covered essentials too. So let me know in the comments your favorite cookie. And that could be recipe from your childhood. It could be something from out and about. It could be something you've been dying to try. We'd love to hear. Okay, so our dough is...
We're adding in the toppings, okay. And I think I might have to convert my style of chopping the chocolate chunks from being a bit finer to your style.
I like it.
I feel like
I'm going to have a little try of the chocolate.
Oh, it's good chocolate.
That was great chocolate. So are all the toppings going in now?
Yep, that's it. We're done. The recipe is done. So we added the dry ingredients while you were talking. And then we're just going to add this. Now you'll see it has a very creamy consistency because we've mixed it quite a bit, and that tahini and the butter has softened. So what I want to do is, before we bake it, put this in the fridge.
And how long will that be in the fridge for?
You honestly don't need to leave it for more than 30 minutes.
The temptation to grab a spoon is absolutely overwhelming me right now, Chef. It looks amazing. We've kept some toppings back here. Are they going to be as toppings?
That's a bit extra. We can add it in, but you know what? Let's just put it on the top.
Okay.
In ode of my youthful days.
Your history in the cookie store.
So this is, when you look at it, how gorgeous does that look? And just smell it.
Oh, wow. So that's just going to go in the fridge in the bowl.
Uh-huh.
And then when it's chilled, we can scoop it out.
It comes out like this.
Ta-da! All right. So, Chef, you can go and chill out because we're going to be talking chocolate with Spinneys.
Okay.
In just a minute. And then we will get you back into the kitchen and we can scoop these out and get them ready to go back in the oven. Sounds like a plan?
Fantastic. As I just organized this kitchen space.
This smells divine. Let me just show. So this is what we're going to be scooping out. I'm curious how the size of these. Okay, I'm going to put this aside and then we're going to be talking Easter. So get ready to feel all warm and fuzzy with bunnies, chicks and more. Let me put this here. Helen Farmer with you, and we are live on YouTube. Just a quick reminder, that is the only place you can win with us today. I know loads of you getting in touch through the radio channel on 4001 on the app and the WhatsApp too, telling us your favourite cookies. I cannot accept those answers. We are only giving away a beautiful hamper of goodies in the YouTube comments. So if you want to make it even easier, just obviously search for Dubai Eye 103.8 YouTube, or you can go to our Instagram stories as well. The link is there, so you can head straight on through and tell me in the comments your favorite type of cookie. We've had a lot of love for double chocolate. We've had some macadamia. We've had some gooey oat. There's no right or wrong, but let me know on fours. So we'd love to hear exactly your favorite type of cookie in the YouTube channels as well. I think we might bring Chef back in because we're going to see if we can scoop out some of these cookies to get them ready for the oven. And then we are going to be talking all things Easter with Joanne from Spinneys. So the question, does size matter? Are we going to go mini cookies? Are we going medium? Are we going mega cookie, Chef Zahra?
So what if there's one thing I've learned from this whole cookie space is that
this whole cookie space, the philosophy of cookies.
How you serve it and how you flatten it affects, and how long you cook it affects your style of how you like your cookie to be made.
How much experimentation have you done in this cookie space?
I mean, I did work in a cookie shop.
It's a lifelong work.
So when I used to work for a place called Cookies by George.
Okay, by George.
Cookies by George.
Was George a real person?
No.
Okay.
But he had great cookies, and so we would have these massive these ice cream scoopers, and we would just put it there and just gently dip. So do you want me to give you the different styles?
I would love that.
Okay. All right. So we'll do different experimentation. So this is one style.
So what you've done is you've kind of flattened the ice cream scoop.
So this is my Cookies by George style.
Okay.
Days.
This was the teenage years.
Yeah, teenage years. And then you take a nice chunk of chocolate and you put it in and you gently
press it down.
Gently.
Okay.
My chunks used to be bigger, so we'll just
do a little bit more. Okay.
Okay. Then there's my sister's style. We take cookie business very seriously.
I can tell. No,
Okay.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So
then,
rolling it.
Well, we would have like a bit of a smaller cookie. You know those mini ice cream scoopers?
Yes.
Yeah. So it'll be like this size, and so.
So that's the size of, let's say, a golf ball.
Yeah.
For argument's sake.
So this is one style. Now, if you want it chewy.
So we're not flattening that. That's going to stay quite high, and that's going to give us the chew.
Uh-huh. And then if you want it a bit chewy, what you do is you gently flatten.
It's a similar amount, but flattened.
Yeah. And then the timing will vary, of course. So this one would need about 15 minutes. These two will need about 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. This will be a bit chewier, and this will be a bit crispier.
But crispy around the edges as well.
Yeah.
So here's the big question.
Which way are we
For
going?
today's special cookie extravaganza, are we doing option A, B, or C?
Well, we can do both because we've got two batches. So I think for now, let's do the smaller version.
Okay.
So that everyone can taste.
That sounds like a
or
great
do you want
plan.
to go bigger?
No, let's do small. I like the idea of sharing.
Or you know what? I can get another tray.
Okay.
I'm a people pleaser.
Stop it. Let's get some cookies on the tray.
Okay, let's start with the small rolling kind.
Can I?
I'm gonna do something else. I'll give it to you, and then we just do the little chocolate on top.
Okay.
So it's like the mini.
So is this about the right kind of size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank
I'll
you.
just portion some out.
Can I ask then, how do you go from cookie stall, teenage employee to best-selling cookery book author to collaborations to obviously feeding your family, but feeding lots of other people? Tell us a little bit about the career path.
It was I stumbled on this space by mistake. I used to, a lot of people don't know this, but I used to work in Dubai ports as a risk analyst.
Literally cannot think of a more different job to what you're doing now. Okay.
Absolutely. But if I think about my whole life and different pivotal moments of it, the most memorable have always been around food.
Mm-hmm.
And
so how did you find your way? Because I feel like there's a bit of a misconception that if you want to work in food, it's all about the hot kitchen and that's it.
I mean, no, I have worked in the hot kitchen, and it is very stressful.
Mm-hmm. But you found your own way.
Yeah.
We're going to be exploring that more after past today. Chef, I am going to hand this to you.
Okay.
We're going to finish our scooping because we're going from Eid to Easter.
Okay.
If you have just tuned in, it is Farmer's Kitchen with me, Helen Farmer. We're live on YouTube. Oh, she's leaving me raw cookie dough. This is just temptation beyond belief. Zahra Abdalla with us today as we make some incredible tahini, chocolate chunk and date cookies. We've now got Joanne from Spinneys joining us in our kitchen here at Spinneys HQ as we talk a little bit of Easter. So this is your time to shine. You're queen of confectionery, and we've got some incredible things to be looking at, talking about. How far in advance do you start planning what's going to be on the shelves for Easter, Joe?
Too far in advance. It's a year, if not more, in the progress. So yeah, I mean, we'll start Easter probably around May, June time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, of the previous year.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're now at the end of March.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about now? You're never thinking about Halloween and Easter things already.
Halloween's done. Halloween was done in January. Halloween is over.
That is unreal. Let us enjoy Easter because we've got a basket full of goodies. Let's have a little bit of an explore of what's been going through that. So I have heard things about a kilo of mini eggs.
Yep, you heard correctly.
What are some of the Easter trends that? Oh my goodness! Here it is. Let me feel. A kilo. I mean,
I think it could be bigger.
I mean, do you know what I was thinking? I was like, how much did my daughters weigh? I was like, yeah, I could do a 3 kilo bag just to be. So we've got a kilo of mini eggs.
Oh yeah, this beautiful little.
Oh my goodness! I saw this in store the other day.
Classy.
The Speckle Magic milk chocolate egg. When it comes to trends then, where do you look to? Which countries do you feel like are doing exciting things, and how does it work with sourcing?
Yeah, so I mean, we source we source globally when it comes to events. Oh, so cute.
No.
For Easter, given that it's a Christian holiday, we get a lot from the UK. So a large number of mini eggs, cream eggs, as you can imagine, all coming out of the UK. We also source a lot from the US, and that's the really naughty, indulgent,
Crazy stuff.
crazy stuff, the big stuff.
I've just had bunnies and chicks thrown at me.
Yeah.
Some gorgeous little fluffy guys. So it's not just about what you eat, it's about dressing the table.
Absolutely.
I feel like Easter baskets have become a real thing.
Yeah, okay, give me that back.
No, this is the mini egg inclusions.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, one ultimate egg.
That is an ultimate egg.
So it is, obviously it's about the food.
Yes.
But I feel like a big thing on social media right now is, building an Easter basket for the kids.
Absolutely.
Easter egg hunts have always been really popular with us growing up. So that's our plan for Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I would say top tip. I feel like we're enjoying some beautiful weather right now, but still maybe a bit warm to be putting chocolate eggs around the garden.
Yeah,
so
you might have some puddles of chocolate.
yeah, better to maybe have a decorations hunt.
Yeah,
and
so
then
we've got
they
a lot
can
of those that you can
exactly,
for that.
and then
So
exchange.
yeah.
So my goodness, okay, we're going to run out of space. We've got Ferrero. Let's talk about some of the Spinneys food editions.
Oh, yes.
So what do you have in your hand there, Jo?
So this, so we've got quite a wide range of Spinneys food that we've launched this year. We're just going bigger and bolder when it comes to our private label ranges. So We've got the Easter cookie kit, which is perfect for whether it's Easter morning or the lead up to Easter to decorate at home with your kids, or if you don't have kids by yourself.
Yeah, happily.
And then we've got the house as well, which is again a twist on our Christmas house. So we brought it back for Easter.
And some lovely spring colours, you know,
So
different
pastely,
coloured
just
chocolates.
really beautiful, getting in that springtime mood. And then we've also launched these mini bunny cookies. So this isn't they don't need to decorate it, you don't need to do anything with it. You can just
Ready
eat
to
it.
eat.
So yeah, no, Spinneys this is working more than a year in advance. This is us sampling, benchmarking, tasting until we've put on quite a few pounds.
Head on over to the YouTube to see exactly what we are talking about today. Thank you so much, manager of Ambient. So chocolate, decorations and more. What are you hoping to find at the end of your Easter egg hunt on Sunday morning? Your number one egg choice.
This little guy here.
This little guy, this enormous mini egg.
I've already made my way through one of them.
Good work.
So I'm taking that one home.
All in the name of being part of the Spinneys team. Thank you so much. I might need to steal this giant bag. Coming up after the latest headlines, we are going to be continuing to explore the life and work of Zahra Abdalla. We're also going to be getting the cookies in the oven, so make sure you stay with us. If you want to see what's happening behind the scenes, you can go to our YouTube channel, Dubai Eye 103.8, and enter to win. We've got a hamper full of gorgeous goodies we'd love to treat you to. That's coming up next. Chef,
I had to make them for you. I wasn't going to let you...
I'm going to clear away some goodies here, so we've got a bit more space.
Are you going to stay around for some cookies?
Oh, I might have to.
Yeah, I feel like if we're making enough, the whole team needs to enjoy them.
To share the love.
So you've made some mega chocolate chip cookies here.
Yeah, and we're going to top them up with these chocolate chunks because it's all about these yummy chocolates.
This looks divine.
Do we have enough?
I can chop more for you.
Fantastic.
I can be the ultimate sous chef. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so I think the oven's heated up.
So what temperature is the oven going to be
180 degrees if you're using convection function, and 170 if you're using fan.
Okay. Brilliant.
Have you tried it? Have you eaten it?
The chocolate's delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because I have washed my hands. Because sometimes it can be a bit too bitter and feel a bit inaccessible, whereas my kids would actually eat this.
No, I mean, that's really important for us on the dark because you really do want to get people to eat the healthier option, but without a compromise on the taste.
So you're saying it's healthy?
I mean, compared to the white chocolate, yes.
Well, it's delicious.
Yeah, it's
so
gorgeous.
In the range, we've got dark, milk and white.
Yeah, so we've got two darks, different percentages. So
Oh,
if you
really?
do want something a little bit more bitter, that is available. But yeah, we've got the milk and white as well. So we've got something for everyone. But yeah, they're doing so well. The response has been great from customers. I mean, the packaging obviously is so
It's
stunning.
so pretty.
It's beautiful.
The artwork. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah, but
It does. It totally does.
It really does.
So let's have a quick look at the three here. So as you mentioned, you've got 60% and 80%.
Yeah.
Chef, can I ask you, in terms of your preferences on taste,
Yeah.
will it matter on what you were making, or do you just have a natural preference to 60 versus 80?
I think part of it is the audience. If you're going to have it for kids, you go more down to the lighter, the milk chocolate. Dark chocolates are really nice if you're making brownies.
Yes.
Nice rich dark chocolate cakes, ganaches. And I've used milk chocolate for like a nice cheesecake.
Oh, yeah.
So I like a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. So
Yummy.
you mix it into the cheesecake batter. So it's really rich and decadent.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
It's talking about single origin, which is kind of a term I more think about with coffee.
Yeah, so the same applies with chocolate. So obviously you want to make sure that you're getting it from one origin. The traceability is key. Each origin will have different flavor notes as well, similar to coffee. So we went with Peruvian, but I mean, we tried Colombian, we tried Brazilian, we tried the globe. Really.
Tough job.
I mean, it was very difficult.
Tough job.
But
what do you think gave it the Peruvian edge?
it's what you mentioned earlier. So even with the darker percentages, it was still relatively creamy. So we wanted it to be accessible. So Peruvian just really delivered on that more softer note, but it's still got fruitiness in there. It's still got, there's complex flavors. So,
and tell me a little bit then about what the meltability, about the taste, the mouthfeel, because I said earlier, I heard that you're not supposed to have chocolate out of the fridge.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I only eat chocolate out.
I do too, because apparently
me too.
if it's kind of ambient, then it's going to melt more. We're not supposed to be chewing it. We're supposed to be letting it
enjoy it. Yeah.
So when it came to tasting, how were you tasting?
So we did both because we know that customers prefer it in the fridge, and we know customers like it ambient. So we had it on both temperatures. But I mean, I always eat out of the fridge, and it delivers.
I feel relieved because I felt like I'd had a wasted life of chocolate eating.
I also feel that if you live in a hot country,
right,
you want it in the fridge so that it has that nice little
bite to it.
Exactly.
But if you're in the UK, for example, it's naturally cold.
It's naturally cold, yeah.
I'm going to put this aside because I'm going to hop on over to our YouTube comments. Jen, I'm going to invite you to maybe put these in the back of my car.
Yeah, I can say I'm taking them.
And then we can clear up the space because we're going to crack on with these cookies. But
perfect.
Oh, look how cute!
I know. Gorgeous.
These are gorgeous.
So cute.
So you can dressing the table.
Yeah,
I saw little gorgeous signs as well.
Little cupcake toppers, little lovely cups with bunnies on them. I mean,
it's
gorgeous. It really is.
Oh, I love it. So we are asking you, for you guys watching on YouTube, to let me know in the comments your favourite cookie topping combo, because we have got a hamper of goodies, so you can create exactly what we've been making today. So in here, we have got the tahini, we've got the chocolate we've just been talking about with Joanne, we've got the dates that I so lovingly and expertly chopped. So just let me know in the comments your favourite cookie. There is no right or wrong. Let's see what's happening over here. Ooh, dark chocolate with ginger and sea salt. Oh, that sounds great. Double chocolate and peanut butter. Ooh, macadamia nuts as well. Ooh, raspberry cheesecake and macadamia nut cookies. What's your verdict on that, chef?
If you get some nice those frozen dehydrated raspberries and strawberries,
that could work.
I can see that.
Because with fruit, I guess you need to be kind of conscious of it.
Yeah, but I like the freeze dried, not the
fresh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great suggestion as well. So, as I said, there's no right or wrong. You've got to be in it to win it. This is only on YouTube. We're not accepting any answers on our radio channel as well. So you've got a great opportunity here to win lovely hamper of goodies from Spinneys. Thanks to the team. Going to be back live on the radio in just a few minutes to find out a little bit more about our chef of the day. Helen Farmer with you. We are live on the radio, and we are, as you just heard, live on YouTube. If you head over to our YouTube channel, couldn't be easier. We've got a hamper full of gorgeous goodies from Spinneys. We have got ingredients like tahini, we've got dates, we've got the incredible chocolate we've just been talking about, which is produced here in the UAE. All you need to do is get onto that YouTube comment section and let me know your favourite variety of cookie. And I can tell you, having a look at the comments, we've got, I love this, raspberry cheesecake and macadamia nut, dark chocolate with ginger and sea salt, hazelnut praline. Ooh, our viewers have got great taste. And joining us to cook today, we've got Zahra Abdalla. She is a champion of Middle Eastern cooking, best-selling author, and we're making today tahini and chocolate chip chunk cookies with dates. So what stage are we at, chef? Where are we at?
We have 5 minutes left.
They're in the oven.
They're in the oven, and I love this oven because you can have a look at what you see. They're gonna not spread out too thinly, but when you open them, it's gonna have that chewiness.
Oh, I am excited. Now you've also made some really big guys over here.
I made.
He went back to your cookie shop days. They're enormous.
And you know what's the best way to eat these?
Tell me.
You make a nice ice cream sandwich.
Oh my goodness me. That sounds amazing.
I mean, those are things that I could afford to eat when I was younger.
Yeah, I know, the metabolism, it's not, once you get to a certain age, sadly not on our side anymore.
You can have a bite, no?
Yeah, we can have a little bite.
Yeah.
So these will take the bigger ones, and this is the bigger ice cream scoop that hasn't been pressed down as much.
Yeah.
How long would these take to cook?
I mean, I would say about 15 minutes, give and take.
And then we will obviously do this in real time, but when they come out of the oven, we take them out straight away and get them on the culinary rack. Do we allow them to cool in the oven?
So you let
What
them
do you
rest
recommend?
on the tray for a couple of minutes. You want them to kind of retain their shape, cool down a little bit, and then we'll transfer them onto the cooling rack. I'm impatient.
I
My
am
kids
too.
are impatient, and there's nothing like that melty chocolate gooiness as you like break into the cookie. So
How lucky are your children, Mike? Do they realise how fortunate they are to have a mum who can really cook?
I mean, it's
They
really
must.
sweet. They have become the little connoisseurs. Like my 10-year-old the other day decided that he wanted to have his friends over for iftar, and so he made them cinnamon rolls. And I promise you, I was not helping him. He did it all on his own.
Wow.
So it's kind of cool.
But that's always the kind of the danger of cooking with kids, isn't it? You're going, okay, we're going to have some fun. Get the eggshells out of the batter.
Yeah.
So empowering them and teaching them.
I mean, when I look back, I was 11 years old when I first started cooking. I used to take a home economics class, and I think that's the first time I learned how to make a scone, like a roulette, a Swiss roll.
Swiss roll, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I first started to venture in the kitchen and do my own thing.
And what did you enjoy about it as a child?
I just loved seeing the reaction of the people eating it. Mm-hmm. For me, that was the best thing, the highlight.
You mentioned earlier you used to work in risk for the ports, and now best-selling author, incredible contributor to the UAE and I would say Middle Eastern food scene. When did you start to think, this is something I want to do for a career? I want to step away from the office and be in the kitchen instead.
So it actually, like I said, it was a mistake. Blogging had just become the thing to do, or it was just taking a bit of a moment. This is about 15 years ago. And we were a very small community of food bloggers in the UAE. Arva Ahmed, I don't know if you know her. She has the frying pan.
Yes, that's right. Adventures, yeah.
She had put all the food bloggers together. Initially, my blog was a recipe index for my friends. I was the first to get married and the first amongst my friends to host dinner parties, and so the blog was a space for them to access. But it was really exciting to see how this could be turning into something even greater.
And then presumably, you can see where your visitors are coming from to the website. So did you start to see different countries and cities popping up and think, wow, because this is the thing about a lot of your food, there is this nostalgia piece.
Yes.
And when you've got people who have moved from their home country, who are thinking about their memories, about, who was cooking in their family, it's huge.
I get people who are married to, they could be American or British or European, married to someone of the Middle East, some from Persian origin or Arabic origin. You get people who don't know, are not familiar with the regional food, and so they feel like they're connecting to it. I'm not a traditionalist, and I'm not a traditionalist intentionally, because for me it's not about being so particular about how things need to be done. I'm not trying to disrespect the process, but I want it to be accessible. Yeah. Everything cannot always be done perfectly by everybody.
And also, I feel like, there's so much, the space at all, we've got
20 seconds.
20 seconds left on our cookies. There's space for everybody.
Yes.
And we've seen how much, we've seen over the last couple of decades, the Dubai food scene just completely changed. And I think there is that space for, your 5 dirham shawarmas all the way through to your 2 Michelin stars for your home cooks and for those incredible meals. That sounds like the cookies are ready. Oh my goodness.
So I want them chewy, so I'm taking them out at 10 minutes. But if you want them a bit crispier, you leave them for a couple more minutes.
I immediately obviously got that scent of sweetness, but also of that savoury tahini as well.
Now, if you want, you can add a bit of sea salt on top.
Okay, now I quite like this juxtaposition of sweet and salty, so you might need to hold me back a little bit on this. So we're going to do a little pinch.
Just a little sprinkle.
And there is the perfect welcoming square of melty chocolate ready for the sprinkle of sea salt. If you can hear that. I'm being quite restrained on the sea salt distribution.
It's good.
This looks great. So when we're talking about recipe development, because we are here in the test kitchen at Spinneys, when you are writing a cookbook, for example, how long would it take to put together, those recipes, and how many, and also it's one thing to be cooking for 1 as opposed to cooking to 4 to cooking to 8. Can you kind of lift the lid a little bit on what it takes to?
So I have 3 very strong female influences in my life. My grandmother is number 1, my mother, and then my mother-in-law. I got my love for cooking and entertaining from my grandmother and my mother. But then my mother-in-law added this really invaluable skill of understanding the concept of ratios. And so I think once you understand standard ratios for different things, the recipe development process is easy. And then understanding the ratios, not only in relation to ingredients, but also in relation to portions.
Right.
Because, you know,
I mean, Middle Eastern food is known for its generosity, right?
Yes. So you get so for example, I have certain rules of thumbs on the basic ingredients, and then it's just about layering. So I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. But often what we need as a diner and eater, we need someone like you to kind of hold our hand and guide through. And I think that's why your books are so beautiful. Obviously, the photography is stunning. And I often say there is nothing better than great food photography, but there's nothing worse than bad food photography.
Team.
Tell us about that.
I published my book with Motivate, and they had introduced me to Mirindi Fru and Alicia Stanley. And I don't know if you've met them, but they are the most gorgeous set of ladies. And it was toiling. Like, we were working 10 days straight. We produced 100 images in those 10 days. So we cooked, we styled, and we photographed 100 recipes in 10 days. Because
food styling itself is an art. It's not just get the cookies out of the oven and, here they are looking beautiful. If they're going to be photographed, it's how do you make it work for a sustained amount of time?
It's a skill. But there were some parameters that I was very strict about. There are different ways of food styling where you can use like a dash of oil, a sprinkle of whatever, bringing artificial elements. And I did not want to waste an ingredient that was prepared. So I made sure that we had a very strict regimented schedule. So all the images were done fresh.
So everyone ate well on that shoot.
And we ate. The neighbors were very happy during shoot days.
And just remind us, name of the book and where people can find it.
So Cooking with Zahra was published in 2019. It's available in all major bookstores across the UAE and online.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard about the second cookbook.
A little.
That one's a special one. It was in collaboration with Emirates Lit Fest and Dubai Prisons. And it's the sharing of stories of others.
We're going to be delving into those pages and finding out a little bit more in just a few minutes. Helen Farmer with you. We're live on Dubai Eye 103.8 as ever, and we're live on YouTube too. Hop on over to that YouTube channel and you could be winning a hamper full of goodies. So you can make exactly what's in front of me now, Tahini chocolate chip cookies with dates. I'm hoping in just a few minutes they're going to be cool enough to eat. In the meantime, though, we're going to be heading over, if you are listening live, to finding out what's happening on our roads this Friday afternoon with Chloe.
So you notice that it's starting to wrinkle. That's that look that you want, because that means it's now starting to get chewy. And I'll just
this guy looks
still.
amazing.
Oh, you see how it needs to melt. It needs to cool down a little bit more.
Let's have a look. How delicious do these look? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I can see. I saw a tip the other day with someone getting a glass and doing like a shape around it to make them the perfect round. And I was like, I don't really want the perfect round. I don't want them to look like they're from Subway. I want to feel like they've come out of someone's.
I do like the organic, irregular shapes.
Yeah. This guy's got my name on it for sure. So could you use salt flakes, or does that really matter?
Yeah, so either. I usually use like Meydan salt flakes because they're just thinner. But this is quite fine, so
it should be okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
So should we have another try?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get this one. Let's see. Is it okay? Come on, be kind.
Yay!
Be kind. Oh, it's still soft, but it'll cool down. Oh, you wanna?
We are really getting into it here. Look at this. Oh my goodness, I feel like the pressure's too much. If anything gets wrecked, I'm going to leave that for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I think this is a job for you.
No.
Not a job for me. Should we? Oh, you put these in.
Uh-huh.
You did that quietly.
10 more minutes.
I think you're right about the ice cream, though. That would be incredible.
Oh, these are going to be so good.
So what's your kind of go-to dinner party dish?
Oh, I don't have a go-to dinner party dish, but I do have a go-to birthday meal.
Okay.
So whenever it's anyone's birthday in our family, we have our menu. Everyone knows what it is. It's become tradition, and everyone wants it done. And if it's not made, someone feels like they're being gypped.
Oh my goodness!
And it's a COVID tradition that we've built on.
This one's definitely mine. So what's the birthday menu?
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's a short ribs, beef short ribs, with an apricot glaze,
Ooh.
served with a grilled prawns.
So like kind of like a surf and turf riff.
With a nice lemon butter sauce.
Oh gosh, that sounds amazing.
French fries, the skinny ones.
How do you make good skinny fries at home?
Oh, I just buy them frozen.
Okay, good. That makes it. I feel better about my life having heard that.
No. We do cheats, and then a really nice rocket and fennel and
So it's shaved like a shaved.
It's shaved cucumbers, fennel, and avocados.
Ooh.
And it's just really nice, earthy versus that
I like kind of
tartness.
zingy. And birthday cakes.
I'm not a birthday cake maker.
She's not perfect.
I will outsource that. I will outsource that.
This guy is definitely all mine.
Yeah, it's cooling. It's cooling.
I'm going to put him back.
I think it's
here.
because there was maybe a bit more chocolate on the bottom.
That's
so
very generous. That is very generous of you to say. Yeah, this is mine.
Yeah, it just needs to cool down.
I have to wash my hands a little bit. We've still got a little bit left over there.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot. So we've got another batch also.
Thank you so much. Tell me about the book then. The second book in collaboration with Dubai Prisons and the Emirates Lit Fest, because it must have been an incredibly unique opportunity. What was the brief? What was the premise?
The premise was initially just to go in and host cooking workshops. It was a way of giving back to the community. So I wasn't traveling that summer, and it was my way to kind of give back to my community. And so we hosted 4 workshops. But before we went in, the brief changed. They said, oh, by the way, we want to not only host these workshops, but we also want to collate recipes and write a book. And it was really, really nice when we finally gifted the books to the inmates, because it was a way of, and this is where Dubai Police is incredible, by the way. There isn't a lot of information about what they're doing. They have the Inside Out project, where they do different initiatives. Mm-hmm. So the first book was a creative writing book. There was a series of workshops to inspire the inmates on how to develop their creative writing skills. Wow. Then the second book was the cookbook. And so when we gifted the book, the joy, I think for me, this value of worthiness.
Yeah, like really legitimizing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great way. You have different scales of inmates with different types of reasons why they're in there. But in the end of the day, they're all human. And that's what was amazing about
this is
project.
The thing about food, isn't it, in terms of being such a great leveler, in terms of being communication and education and celebration and memories, which I'm sure a lot of those guys are really kind of holding onto and holding close. And presumably recipes from all over the world as well.
Yeah, and I think the key takeaway is food really unites us. Yeah. Food humbles us. Food gives us value. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think I launched Zahra's Kitchen, my frozen food brand. I wanted to be able to create ways for families to create those moments, those memories, without feeling like they're stressed.
I want to talk about that when we come back on the radio, hear a little bit more. But for those of you who are watching on YouTube, we're running out of time, guys. We want to hear in the comments your favorite cookies. Okay, we've got one casualty here, and we're making tahini and chocolate chip chunk today with dates. But what about you? What's your favorite? We've got red velvet cookies, just butter and chocolate chunks. Ooh, toffee banoffee. Anzac. We've had a message about they sound good. So let us know your favorite cookie in the YouTube comments, and you can be winning an absolutely massive, very heavy hamper that I've tried to lift, full of, yes, your flour and your sugar and your eggs, but also some of the special stuff that Chef Zahra Abdalla has picked out for today's special recipe. So tahini, really beautiful, gooey, caramelly dates, and the chocolate, the Spinneys Mirzam collaboration. We've used dark today, but I think we might sneak a few extra bars in there as well. So this is your chance. Head over to the comment section in the YouTube channel, and you could be winning everything you need and cooking this incredible meal. Coming back on the radio now, I think we might be able to have a little bit of a nibble.
I think so. Oh, yeah.
The cookies are out of the oven. Helen Farmer with you, joined by Chef Zahra Abdalla. We are here live at Spinneys HQ You said this was a quick and easy recipe, and at no point have I freaked out. We've had one cookie casualty, which was completely my fault, and I'm happy to take it home. We've been making these tahini chocolate chip and date cookies with this gorgeous chocolate. This is the collaboration between Mirzam. We are live on YouTube. It's your very last chance to win all of the ingredients to cook exactly what we've been making today. Just need to head to the comments and tell us your favorite cookies, not on the usual ways, not on 400 on the app or the WhatsApp, only in the YouTube comments. And if you want to make it even easier, you can go to our Instagram stories. We put a link there so you can hop on straight away. Chef Zahra Abdalla, what's your professional verdict? Are we ready for a taste?
I think so. I mean, I think it's going to be extra special because it's firmed up, so I can move it easily, but it will be gooey.
I'm fine. Okay. I'm happy to be a bit messy. That's okay.
I like watching, so
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going in. Do you know what? So how long? While I eat, you can just remind us how long they were in the oven for, and because we've got some of the big guys in there as well.
Yeah. So these are the smaller portions. 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness, me, chef.
They're really good, aren't they?
Really good, really good.
I need you to go and try halawa tahina, which is that sweet thing, and then you can understand the notes. And this is the emotional connection, those notes.
It's gorgeous because with cookies sometimes, I mean, not me personally, things can be too sweet. But what's with these? They're so Moorish because you've got the savoury of the tahini. The chocolate isn't too sweet, yes, but you have got these little nuggets of caramelization, yes, of the dates coming through. It works so well. It really does. We were just saying on YouTube about making food accessible.
Yes.
And you have Zahra's Kitchen, which is exactly that.
Yes.
Products, pieces, items that families can, well, you tell us what's in the range and what can we do with them. And if you could just talk while I continue to eat a cookie, that would be fantastic.
I think the whole premise about everything that I do is about making food accessible. It's from the recipes that you can find on the blog. It's from the recipes that you can view on how to make on YouTube or on Instagram. Now, those are great for people who have the time or who want to do it. But then there are others who...
Like me, who gets a bit nervous about being in the kitchen.
I mean, I am my own best customer, to be honest with you, because we have busy lives. And it's really about understanding and appreciating that we all have similar expectations and values, and you want your kids to eat good, wholesome food.
We do.
And so basically, I've launched a range where it stocks everything that I keep in my freezer for everyone else to have.
That's so smart. So what's in the range?
So we've got sambuseks, beef and cheese sambuseks, kibbes. We've got my favorites are the puff bites. The spinach puff bites and chicken puff bites, perfect for entertaining. It's perfect for kids' school lunches.
And at this time of year as well, for iftar, we've got Eid coming up as well. I feel like we need to get some tasters in here. We've only got a couple of minutes left on our YouTube. Ooh. Can we invite some people to come and have a nibble? Hello, Courtney Brandt.
I was listening on the radio the whole time, and I thought, wow, I'm going to get to taste these.
Grab
For those who can't smell at home, it is absolutely stunning.
Goodness. Yeah. So good. Right, we're going to form an orderly queue here.
I'm just going to have a tiny bite.
No, it's going to be a complete scrum of people. Tiffany from Spinneys.
Hello.
Come on and have a nibble.
Thank you.
I'm going to grab this one.
The dates that were new for me, so I wanted to taste them. And
it works, right?
It really does.
This was the fallen soldier of a cookie, which means no one else is going to eat it. I'm just going to keep it here.
I think I'm picking a fallen soldier.
Just for me. We're going to be catching up in a few minutes, but I just want to ask you, Tiffany, favourite cookie, apart from what's in front of you now? You can't win, unfortunately, today. Chloe's come in with a kilo of mini eggs.
Favorite cookie? I think one that's sort of stuffed with Nutella and sea salt on top, and quite sort of not too gooey, but enough goo.
Okay, right. You may leave with your cookie. Right, I think. Do you want to come in? Come on.
Worked hard for this.
But you have worked hard for this.
Very hard.
It's the balance of flavours just works. It really, really does. Go on, don't be shy. You can take whatever you want.
That looks really good.
Apart from this guy, this one's.
The chocolate hasn't set properly, so it is a bit.
Ooh, that is gooey. Proper gooey.
Have we got the best job in the world? I think today we just might. Let's have one last check on the YouTube channel and see what people are saying. Oh my goodness. You guys have got excellent taste. We've got a message saying Spinneys white chocolate macadamia cookies are the best. I need to find out downstairs. They used to do a caramel cookie, which was like a melty like a toffee cookie. They were insane, but I think these ones might take the crown.
Do you know what I think we should do? Honeycomb cookies.
That's a great idea.
With chocolate chips.
Like crunchy.
Like crunchy. Like
Right.
I'm going to try that next.
In the meantime, where can people find you online and real life and your books, Abdalla?
Oh, I'm accessible.
The food is accessible. She is accessible. It's Cooking with Zahra on Instagram.
Make sure to visit me on Instagram. We share lots of beautiful recipes every single day, and everything is available on the blog. The tutorials of the recipe are available on YouTube.
And make it even easier and get into Spinneys to get your...
And you can just come to Spinneys and just get some of your favorite snacks and nibbles.
It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for teaching us today. It's been amazing. You just heard the ding of the oven. The really big cookies are done. Guys, thank you so much. It's been awesome. Cooking with Zahra. Tahini, chocolate chip and date cookies. We're going to have a little nibble. And for those of you listening to the radio, still loads more to come as we talk food, glorious food on Farmer's Kitchen. Thank you. How enormous are these cookies? Guys, if you've got any space, if you give us 10 minutes.
So we're done?
We're done! This looks amazing.